Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
Hi there, my name's Mr. Wiggleton, and I'm actually the producer and janitor here at the Heikadelic Show. But anyhow, I think it's good, but it really it's pretty late show, so I don't even watch it myself, so I have no idea what it's about. But that Heiko guy, he's pretty smart. He is pretty smart. He doesn't pay me well, but he's pretty smart.
Hey there. I saw the most disgusting thing on the internet the other day. It was one of those reels, and they were taking wieners and looking at them under the microscope, raw wieners. Oh my goodness. I didn't know there were that many creepy crawlies on a raw wiener. So make sure your wiener's cooked really well or boiled. Don't eat it raw. This is sort of a Heikadelic announcement to keep you safe. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Yo.
Hey. Oh, you caught me headbanging. I do all the time. I love that tune. Thanks to Johnny Ringo. How's everybody?
Excellent.
Oh, hi, Sandra.
Yeah.
Hi, Sandra. Actually, Melanie was in before Sandra. So
yes, I have that.
I don't want to mislead anybody here.
Nope. Melanie was number one.
Sandra, always good to see you on as well.
Yes.
Hark.
So, everybody have a good week?
Hark. I hear the hills are alive with the sound of music. Hang on.
Oh.
Hey.
Actually.
All right.
Well,
that's
thanks,
a proper
George.
intro.
I actually
yes,
have
and I was just going to say, Sandra has the little beer cup on her thing there, and I thought, okay, we've got to do it.
There you go. Right.
Cheers.
Okay. Yeah.
So come to think of it, looking at Sandra there on the screen there for a second, she was the only one who gave cared when I left a couple of times last week. Hey, where's Ringo? What happened to Ringo?
Yeah, I know, eh?
I know. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, we do.
Sure.
What? Ringo was away last week?
No. Wow. Yeah, he dropped out a few times. I just thought he banged his head and hurt himself. And
no.
Oh my God.
No,
Okay,
good.
I did that tonight. Right here. See that corner right there?
Yeah.
yeah.
I stood up and I bent over to get up out of my chair because I'm getting old, so I use leverage.
Yeah.
So I stood up and I went whack right into the corner of that, man. Fucking hurt.
So last
Well,
week,
lucky it's not bleeding. What do you got there, George? Looks like a leprechaun or something.
I'm a leprechaun. Oh,
Trooper.
he's got Iron Maiden gear.
Trooper.
I made it. You know the bar band that you like? The bar band.
yeah.
The bar band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's good,
my
actually.
future son-in-law gave me a
Yeah,
ride
it's not bad.
somewhere, and he was playing the Aces High from Iron Maiden. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Well, and he's what 29, I guess, and there's a whole younger generation into
Oh, big time.
Iron Maiden and Judas
Because
Priest,
that's what-
all of the
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
all of
happens,
the
right?
big
They pick,
bands.
you can hear it on shows and
it's-
soundtracks, and it's sort of, it's amazing, really, how, because I get asked for when stuff, and I go, how would you know that? And they go, oh, it was
Yeah.
on such and such a show or in such and such a movie, and then they just start looking into it all, which is kind of
Watch,
neat.
soon they're going to have that 2000 show
Yeah.
instead of that
Yeah.
90
That's
show or 80 show.
Yeah.
So in the background, I've got the Illuminati thing,
Wow.
but
Yes.
just kind of a last week we were supposed to have a discussion about all the conspiracy stuff, and our guest
Yeah.
couldn't make it on because apparently she got zapped
Yeah.
from Facebook and all the socials because of
Her shenanigans.
Yeah,
People don't like her telling the truth.
the truth. Yes.
Hey, look, the aliens
So
are
in
here. Look,
honor of that, I've got
extraterrestrials have landed. There's one here.
right.
Nice.
So I've got the pyramid in the eyeball in the back.
Yeah.
Got that feeling that somebody's watching me.
So
Yeah.
when I years ago, I joined a men's club that some people confuse with the Illuminati and stuff like that.
Yeah. What kind of
Yeah.
men's club?
It's just one where old men sit around and talk. It's called the
Okay.
Masons.
Oh, the
Oh, those
Masons.
guys.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
the Masons. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're a Mason?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
Cool.
free?
Dib, dib, dib.
am I
All that,
free?
yeah.
I am. I don't do anything, right? Like I don't go to lodge or anything anymore. I
Yeah.
kind of just went for a while and then I stopped participating.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. I can't really picture you as a Mason, but yeah, okay.
Not really.
Yeah,
No.
they are-
no.
It's not really a secret society, but they have their little secret things.
No, anything you want to know is on the internet. Like
No, I
literally,
get it.
you want to
I
know
mean,
anything, just
I can
read it.
even buy a Mason ring at a flea market. So I mean,
For sure you can, but you didn't earn it.
doesn't
It's like
matter.
you can wear a biker patch too, right?
I
You
can
didn't earn it.
I
Yep.
can infiltrate the Masons, and they'd never know.
Yes, yeah, you would.
I could. I totally could. They
There's
wouldn't
still,
know.
but there's still certain things that you would know.
I know. I know the handshake, right? Like the
yeah, the handshake, yeah, one through the back door. Yeah, no, that's
or like my shirt.
Oops.
no, but there's it's not
Oh.
it's not that you know it, it's how you use it.
Oh.
Can I put it that way? It's like
Yeah,
you may have a guitar in your hands
Mhm.
and it has strings and you can make a sound, but you're not playing it.
Yeah, it's not how big your worm is; it's how you wiggle it.
That's right. Yeah, it's not the size.
It's not the size
ship.
of your worm that matters;
motion.
it's how you wiggle your worm. Or something,
Yeah.
right? So
So you can catch the biggest fish.
our
Oh,
guest
10
tonight,
minutes.
though,
10 minutes.
Yes.
Yes.
To get to that level.
favorite sword swallower, and other fine arts.
Yes.
Yeah, Red's coming on.
Right.
Yep.
All right. We haven't seen him in a while.
Here.
I hope he wears
Why?
it. I hope he wears a shirt because I was really distracted just trying to read all his tattoos the last time. But
Well, you just got to read the one, and it says it all. DNR.
yeah.
Right.
Well, and sadly, I don't want to bring the whole show down, but my uncle passed away last week, and that
Uh-oh.
was his big deal. Before he kind of went under, he did the DNR thing, right? So it ended all quickly, but God rest his soul. But he's in a better place now. So there's good reason for asking for that. But yeah. Red.
Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Red's hardcore. Yeah. Well, I was supposed to go to. Derek had a thingy with his new band, or not new band, your other band, your cover band, or whatever, contraband.
Yep. The contraband.
Ooh.
And I was supposed to go to that on Friday, and then anyway, that happened. So
I think on Friday went well, if I might say.
That's good.
Yeah. Went good.
Yeah, no, it did. It went very well. It was a good time. Everybody seemed to appreciate it. So yeah.
How long did you guys play for? Like a set or?
We did a couple. We did a couple sets. So and they had family up from Nova Scotia. And
Okay.
the son had never been to a concert before. So his first concert was the Chili Peppers, I guess last night.
Yeah.
We've been in
Yeah.
Toronto, right?
Yep.
So so we played for their family who came up. I guess there was 6 of them, so I think it was, and then a bunch of other people too, right? But
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was pretty good. So the son had started playing guitar a couple of years ago, and we found out a couple of songs that he played, and we got him to come up and play with us.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Nice.
That's always fun to do, right?
Oh yeah, and like, well, he has only been playing guitar for a couple of years. He did great, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, now I want to start a band. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
what it's all about, man. Once you get that feeling,
Yeah.
you're part of something, and you all click.
Yeah.
And he did for he's older too, you know, and I think that helps when people start like when you start like say not 14, but you start at like 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you want to play it then. It's not your parents making
That's
you.
right. It's choice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey,
Right.
thanks, Sandra. Again, Sandra kind of, feeling it for Ringo. That's awesome. Thanks. Nobody cares about me. I really. So, Sandra, I think you're my only.
I already told you earlier I'd give you a reach around. Like,
a reach.
I don't know, man.
Wow.
That's a long reach from Uxbridge, but yeah.
Well, if it'll help, like.
So actually, so the 20th was on Saturday, and I was supposed to play, I think, a 10-song set at a outdoor thing too, and that fell through. I think on Wednesday. The guitar player had a medical issue a while back, and then he kind of felt around, kind of the same, and said, "Hey, I probably shouldn't take the chance." And I said, "Hey, no worries, right?" So he's okay, and I think we're going to rehearse on Thursday night, and we'll be out doing something soon. But that's not my. That's a cover band as well. Lou from MCM's in it, and myself, Ian from what band would he have played in? Undercover, and I think his son's playing drums, Chris. So yeah, and I think we settled on a name.
Oh, did you?
I think so. Yeah.
Blood Rock Sausage.
Blood Rock Sausage. I mean, I tried my best, but no. It's going to be something like the Jam Pilots, which is kind of fitting for a cover thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. As I said, it would be perfect for STP Pearl Jam tribute.
There you go. Actually, you know what? So last week when I was out in Niagara, it was an outdoor karaoke thing, and I was doing a bunch of Creed songs, and I thought, gee, I should do like a Creed tribute.
Quarters in session, verdict is in.
It sounds like
That
Elvis.
sounds cool.
Like Elvis, yeah.
So George,
more of an Elvis. George,
were you out on another?
I didn't want to say, but yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Derek has left the building. Yeah.
George, weren't you playing an outside thing on the weekend?
Yeah, I did a condo in Toronto. It was very interesting. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't like a rocking gig, but it was great.
Was
I
it
like
a
those
swingers
kinds of
condo or?
Pardon?
Was it a swingers condo or?
No. That would have been this Saturday, but it's out in Mississauga, and I just don't fancy tackling the 401.
Are you going to a swingers? Are you playing a swingers gig?
No.
I'll bring in all your gear if you bring me along.
Oh no, it's a Toronto singles party I should have been doing, but that's what you always call them.
Yeah, singles.
But
no,
it's just the 401 at the moment. It's murder getting across the top and to get to Mississauga.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
for that, Ringo, you just go to those to find the after party. The after party is where you want to go.
There's not a party I haven't been to.
If you ever go to one, Ringo, just stay away from the buffet. All right, that's all I'm saying. You know, at half time when they break off for food,
let's just
leave it.
I have an intimate knowledge of those types of events.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did I say
I
that
heard once, but
Oh, now the world
It's
knows.
the funny thing is, like I used to, the ones that did were actually on the boats, right? And
Yeah, John's
they were
boat.
early. I mean, you have boarding at 6:30, sail at 7 o'clock, say something like that, and they'd be there at 6 o'clock, for boarding,
Oh yeah.
And it's just looking at them, even the clothes they wear. You go, there's something like they're just different.
There'd be like they'd have theme nights, right? Could
Uh-huh.
be like naughty, whatever.
I don't remember actual theme nights, but it's just something
Naughty
about
potty
them.
night.
Okay, I'm gonna date myself. Let's
Uh-oh.
see. Well, let's just
We
say
were
it was
roller
wild.
skating at lunchtime.
No, so I was in Toronto when I used to live up north, so I can't say that it was completely. I might have been a little bit naive and oblivious, but we went to this bar called Sweet Cheeks out in Mississauga.
Oh, there you go.
Apparently during
Sweet
the day,
cheeks. Yeah.
we didn't know any of this, but apparently during the day, during the day you can get lunch there and all of that, so it's like a little pub. But
Okay.
the servers were topless. We weren't
During the day.
We were in the evening on a Saturday night, and
Yeah.
we were staying at a hotel near this place, and
Okay.
it was just walking distance. We had to buy a ticket, and then so we're like, oh, okay, what's the entertainment? Well, the patrons were the entertainment because they were coming in these scantily clad outfits and so on and so on.
Well, that's cool.
It was a good time.
So wait, you're saying like guys would come in dressed skimpy to see the girls with no tops on serve them food? You saying they were wearing like their Lemmy shorts, pockets lower than your cut?
What, the guys?
Yeah,
Or the women?
yeah. The guys. The guys are coming in with their short shorts to see the women.
No,
Oh.
no, it wasn't any. No, it was just I don't even remember what the theme was, but there were people like literally coming from wherever they parked their car, walking in with lingerie on. So, but George, you must have seen a whole bunch of things on what was it, Papa John's boat or Big John's boat?
No, Big John's was the restaurant. That was Captain John's. You're thinking of Pier 27.
What was the swinger boat?
They'd like chartered one of the boats. The one they mostly chartered was the Stella Borealis, which was part of Canamat Cruises.
That's why I could never find it. I was on the wrong boat.
Yeah, and I did. Well, the Canamat Cruises had a couple of boats. The other one was a Jaguar 2. Did some on there as well. That was a small boat. I only had I think it was about 100-footer. So you're pretty in the action in that one because you would playing the music.
You're pretty in the action.
Yeah, you're there. There's no getting away from it. The Stella
you can't go anywhere on 100 feet.
No, right. But the Stella had a booth, so you were behind in a booth. But the thing was just a console at the back of the boat, or the stern of the boat, and the buffet table was next to the DJ, which is me, and the main floor was just right there in front of you. So people go out on the bow, the dance floor, and and then people come and spectate couples that were put it on a show, stuff like that, and then some were upstairs as well. Yeah,
sounds like fun.
Heiko, what did you do on the weekend? Anything?
I worked most of the weekend.
Yeah.
So kind of sucked, but hey,
you're supposed to work for the weekend, not on the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you gotta. Sometimes you just got to do it. You got to arrange everything so you can work here, work there.
Yeah.
Probably had to fix your mailbox. Yeah.
Yeah.
George, when you were working on them boats, did you ever
it's set up good now.
See any backsides?
I was just going to say, on the subject of Sweet Cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh, you played there?
Did I see any backsides? Yeah, I had mine felt a few times as well. Yeah.
Well, we should have a look at your backside, though, I think.
Yeah. Sweet Cheeks. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny. Nice to see you, pal.
One thing we might have Kathy is at the Duran concert at Budweiser with her friend Tanya, and they might be dialing in.
Oh, Duran's in town tonight?
Be close to the stage, so.
Okay.
Cool.
That'll be nice and loud.
Yeah.
We might have
Duran
Duran on tonight on the Heikadelic show.
It should have been the backside. Yeah, we could have really see if we
What?
coordinate stuff
From the back
If we
room?
actually coordinated and planned our shows, we'd be dangerous.
I know. If we actually came to rehearsals, we'd be fine, wouldn't we? You know what I mean?
I know. It's pretty pathetic, right? So you watch George's stuff. It's all like you can tell it's well planned out, rehearsed. He even does some editing, and it's pretty cool. And then there's us, right?
Yeah.
I'm planned out. I got my bottle of water. I got my ginger ale.
Yeah, I got my drinks, and
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm all comfortable.
And I even came with a topic tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, but which I could tell you after we talk about George's backside.
George's backside?
So
ready for the back? Are you ready for the reveal? Are you ready to see the backside?
yeah, well,
Yeah, let's do it.
Hang on, we got to do it up right here. Hang on.
Oh yeah, we need the
Oh.
intro. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Hey folks, it's time for George's backside, my favorite part of the show. So sit back and have a look at his backside. And you can catch George out in the clubs, DJing, that's right, flipping those discs, and whatever else he does. But hey, right now, I just want you to focus on his backside and come up with some answers.
All
All right.
You're going to give George his own great big square?
Oh, look at that. He's got a green face.
Wow.
I think I don't think the name's anywhere, so hopefully not drop.
Well,
that
he's got
plan.
the
Wait a
70s
second.
sweats on.
Is that a he? Is it a he or a she? I can't tell. You got it. Come on, give us a little Ringo. You got to.
This is a he.
It is a he.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Oh, Ozzy.
Ozzy Osbourne. Let's see. Survey says.
Wah, wah. All right.
Wow.
RCA.
Mm-hmm. Lots of writing on there.
There is.
Yeah, tons.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say that's Junior Leclerc in his earlier days.
Junior Leclerc. It'd be great if he was actually, but unfortunately.
For sure he was an star.
Any more questions from the floor?
The Kooks?
The Kooks.
Yeah.
The Kooks.
The Kooks or the King.
Kooks.
Side one. Oh, who's the guy that I don't like Mondays?
Bob
No.
Geldof.
Yeah.
Boomtown Rats.
Well, yeah. Al Stewart.
Al Stewart.
Sanders saying Al Stewart.
Wait, is that the singer?
Not Al Stewart. Sorry, Sandra. Good guess. No, is a singer. Yeah.
That is
That's the singer of the band.
And is this a band or is this a solo artist?
Well, it's a solo artist, but like there was a band involved at some point.
So it's David Bowie then?
You think it's David Bowie? What makes you think
I
that?
do.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You sure you're not going to get buzzed?
No.
I'm
Are
not
you
going to
sure?
want. You took too long.
There is.
Oh
Hunky
my.
Dory.
Wow.
Can't remember him even looking like that anymore. You know?
That was just that. This is the album before Ziggy Star. Ziggy Stardust, right?
Uh-huh.
Which
Wow.
Hunky Dory.
This is the one with All You Pretty Things, Life on Mars,
Everything is hunky dory.
Life on Mars, Changes.
Oh, wait a minute now. I don't know if this is time stamped, but at 9:56, Richard said David Bowie.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I got him.
No,
Ooh.
I think Richard got it. And
Oh, Richard got last week as well. All right, Richard.
Oh.
Especially for Richard.
See?
Oh, you gave it to Richard?
Yeah, because all of a sudden, all the names stopped coming up, and I thought nobody was guessing.
Sandra
Wow.
confirms it. All right, let's get our little drinking song going here. I have to crack this open.
Richard didn't
Yeah.
say shit.
Oh,
Here it is.
Cheers.
He's
Cheers.
drinking some. Oh, hang on.
Drink a
Cheers.
song.
Cheers.
All together now.
George, I didn't see you drink.
See, I'm flipping the discs like Ringo
Well,
said. Look at
You've got two hands.
I'm flipping the discs. Flipping the discs. Taking the risks and flipping the discs.
What's
Oh
with
my
ET
God.
behind you? Oh,
No, they're here. We were right last week that they revealed themselves. And they has.
Ringo's
Yeah,
got this
the
big
aliens.
They're
thing.
here all week. Been waiting all week.
Aliens.
Hey,
Yeah.
I missed
Hey,
him
wait.
out.
Where's
was
the
last week.
Terrestrials.
Hang on. Here's the avocado alien.
You know what's funny? George from the Atomic Ballroom and Heikadelic show told me that if I wore headphones and a microphone, he'd teach me how to be a DJ in space. Well, I'm already up here. So where are you, George?
I'm spaced out in the ballroom. Where else? would I be?
Nice, nice.
I thought that was a potato.
It looks like a potato.
No, is it an
It could
avocado? It's
be,
an avocado. I don't think it's an avocado.
It's an avocado. You want to see
Is
it
it?
again?
I'm sure it's a potato.
You know what's funny? George.
Got it again.
It's a russet potato.
It-
Looks like a potato to me too. I always thought it was a potato.
So in
You gotta know-
exactly,
He's got all little potato lumps and bumps on him.
so in
You got-
exactly 1 minute,
Yeah,
our
in 1
guest
minute.
is
Yeah.
red, and I actually have eyes in the green room, so I knew he didn't have a shirt on. So, but yeah, great guest. He's been on a couple of times now, a few times.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes swallows swords and other things.
I
gosh.
haven't seen him
You-
swallow too much more than swords and
No, but
different
do
types
you
of
remember when he
swords.
took the nail and he put it up his nose? Like,
Yeah.
It's called blockhead. Yeah,
blocking.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm just so fascinated by it. You know,
blockhead ain't the same since COVID.
I'm gonna steal your you guys, your band, House of Haunt gets him to come in and do show openers and stuff like that, and I'm gonna see if I can hook him up with the Maniacs, and
Yeah.
we're gonna rip
Yeah,
you off.
fucking pay the guy. Yeah, well, you're gonna
Well,
rip us off anyway.
for sure. No, we would give
I already
him.
know that.
We make more money than you guys when we're playing, so
Yeah, good.
we
That's
give
great.
them a good cut.
Yeah,
Right?
There you
Why
go.
not? More entertaining than I would. I would treat it like a complete opening act.
So Ringo, what's with the holy fucking dissing me all of a sudden here, eh? Just fucking cutting you apart here. Fuck.
Because I'm gonna get out and play soon, and
Well, okay,
I
well,
have
you know,
to get
you
my.
can sit there and cut my band up as much as you want, but at least my band's still playing and keeps playing and hasn't
Ooh.
stopped
Hey,
playing.
I never cut your band
And-
up. I said your
Ooh.
band.
yeah.
In fact, I'm a big promoter. Your band
Right?
is
Okay.
awesome, but we just make more money when we play.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
No, you know
How-
what?
how many times do you play and
Oh,
make
there
more
we go.
money in the end?
No, you're right. Over time, it takes you guys a whole year to make what we make in 2 shows. But
No, that's where you're at.
Oh.
So here we go.
That's-
no.
Hey,
I-
speaking
I also
of
don't have
foot,
to sell tickets before my show.
I
can just show up.
honestly, Derek, I would love to do a show with you guys. I know you offered it up a couple times, and I was like, nah. But
That's
then you
because
had
he
some
sold tickets
other
for a show.
non-talent playing, so wasn't really interested in that. But
Oh no.
what?
I asked you after.
Oh,
asked
after that. Oh,
you. Yeah,
okay.
because he was
I
the one
still
who said
turned
no,
you
I didn't
down?
want to play, and I didn't even tell you that until after.
Yeah, no, you know what it was? We were kind of in a weird spot because we had done all our recording and stuff, and then what happened was we were offered a lot of shows through some couple of agents and stuff, and that was really cool because there were like mini tours and stuff with like retreads, and the guys were like, no, I gotta go camping and it's gonna cut into this and that, and they're like, well, screw that. So I actually did another project on my own for that summer and some tour support and everything else. But anyway, yeah, we turned down a lot of gigs. Like I would say about, I think it was like 33 shows or something like that. And yeah, it was just ridiculous because
You guys need to get it together.
need to play
Like, holy
every week,
crap.
but,
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta learn
Yeah.
how to write a song. And...
Hey, speaking
what?
of playing,
no.
why don't you guys come
Oh,
on
hey, cut
Wednesday?
me off. Look at this.
What the hell? Where'd you go?
You got rid
I
of
just see a dot and a voice.
Anyway, we're gonna get Red on our train. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay, so shots fired.
Wow.
Here we go.
We're
Have a
not money.
domestic. It's a domestic.
So we're gonna bring Red in. Exhale.
Okay, I'm still gonna talk about my shit when he's on then, because bring him on.
Go for it. Talk about your shit.
What shit do you want to talk about?
No, I'm just saying. Here I am. No, because you guys are talking about playing and going and doing stuff.
Yeah.
I talked to you guys last week about the open mic night at the Sunflower Farm. It's this coming Wednesday,
Right on.
and Ryan Williams, our guest that was on the show the other time,
Yeah.
he's going to come out and play and sing.
All right.
Yeah.
He's bringing his guitarist with him?
Yep.
Right on.
And I talked to our DJ buddy there, Joel Sanders, and he might be coming out as well. So why don't you guys show up?
Who?
You guys. You guys are all in the bands. Why don't you come out and play?
What? Like bring a
Open
band?
mic night, Wednesday. Bring a band, bring yourself.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know. Is there drums
Right?
there?
I'm still, it's kind of short notice. I'm still trying to find out if they're going to have a kit there. They wanted to have a kit set up so people don't have to set up. They wanted a drum set there.
Yeah.
So drummers could just,
I'm not sure because my son's last soccer game is Wednesday. And
oh, is it? What
Yeah.
time's this game at?
it'll be 6:30.
Oh, so your night's pretty much pooch then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, for those people that do want to come out, it's a fundraiser for the Ukraine as well. And it's Wednesday, August 24th at the Sunflower Farm. 2 p.m. till sunset is open mic. And it's actually the last day of bloom for this field. So they'll be closing on Thursday. And then she has a new location opening up August 30th in Lindsay. It's Highway 35 and Highway 7. There's a Sunflower Farm there. It'll be open from August 30th till September the 12th. So if you missed this one, go check out that one. It's pretty nice. And if you want to register a band or just want to sing by yourself, you want to be a part of the open mic night, go to thesunflowerfarm.ca and register, and you can get your own time slot, and away you go.
Yeah. No, I don't have a band that I could just say, hey, let's go. So, and plus, as I said, I already got soccer.
Yeah. All right.
So the sunflower what?
Thesunflowerfarm.ca.
.ca.
Yeah. And it's the one in Beaverton.
All right.
So even if you got a guy like Ringo, you want to sing, you got a guy who's got a guitar, come on up and do it.
There it is. So
Yes.
all right.
Go
Heiko, was
online,
the
register.
burger challenge last week? Was that last week?
No,
This-
we're gonna go. There was people weren't around, so I'm gonna try and get it going for a week Wednesday.
Right.
That way, everyone's gonna be back. I'll plug it on the show. We have a couple contestants. There's Ringo and Anthony, and one other possibility. and they're going to go for the burger challenge. And maybe what we'll do is have it open to anybody else that wants to come and try.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to Danny, arrange it with him, find out how we're going to do it. And then, so next Monday, I'm going to announce it on the show. If you guys are into great food, you have to come down to Country Stop Burger in Ballantrae. And if you
Nice.
want to see some guys smash back some big burgers, show up. We'll announce it next week on the show.
Okay.
If Danny's still watching, I drove by the other day. There's some nice burnouts there. So obviously, at the car shows there.
Yeah, he's got a couple buddies got some really hot cars. Actually, that might be Danny himself. So that burger right there, that looks like a good one to have for a hamburger eating contest.
Oh yeah.
Ringo said he could do one of those.
Yeah, but I'd have to roll out of there like on a wheel, yeah.
I'll put the sidecar.
Okay.
Hey, I'll put the sidecar on the motorcycle. I'll just drop you in the sidecar and bring you home.
Everybody around me lately is losing weight, so I really need to take that as a sign to get my ass into the gym.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that'll be your one last big beat at the hamburger can.
Yeah, just kind of like I said after eating that KFC tonight.
You go down in a blaze of glory.
Oh God! Why'd you do that to your body?
Because I was gonna just get pizza and wings, and
yeah.
Oh,
Kale
There's some salad down here. Do you good?
You know what?
mate?
Though I'm craving protein like you would not believe right now. So
Me too.
Yeah.
But do you remember that movie, The Great Outdoors, when he's eating the burger challenge?
Yeah,
John Candy.
The old
It was a steak.
It's going to be like
It was a
that.
It was a 99-ounce steak.
96.
That'll be Ringo next week.
Yeah. And I remember he ate the whole thing, but he left all the fat on his plate. And the chef looked at him and said, "No, you eat everything."
That's
so
right.
He threw up. Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. That's a brilliant movie.
Loved it.
That was a great movie.
Junior.
Hey, Junior. Long time no see.
September 1st.
It sounds like he's doing time, doesn't he? You know.
Yeah, what's
That's
up?
when he gets out.
Where are you going after September 1st? What's happening?
He says he'll see us after September 1st.
So he gets
After
released.
September 1st.
He gets released early for good behavior, apparently.
Tell us more about it. Okay, we got to get Red in because his handlers are going to be whisking him off to some other interviews soon.
Yep.
Right.
Oh yeah, get his butt in here.
All right, so George, can we play a little intro? Do you have anything we can play?
Do I have an intro? Does it matter what it is?
No, just an
And
intro.
now,
Hang on.
ladies and gentlemen, you asked
Here we
for
go.
it. You will
Hang
get
on, here we go.
Oh, there he is.
Perfect. There we go.
Oh, he's got the rubber chicken.
Nice.
That's
All
the
right.
big
Hi guys, how y'all doing?
Excellent.
Pretty good. Yourself?
Good to see you.
Well, I figured out that my phone wasn't charged well enough to be playing this game, so I have to hold my charger behind my phone and hold up my. So I got one hand today.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, well, yes, for keeping you waiting.
No problem. I just want to recommend strip club buffets. Nothing wrong with them. Swingers buffets, very good. In fact, I've been to a couple of great spreads.
Really?
Yeah.
They're definitely great spreads at swingers, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been to one of those clubs once or twice or a dozen times, but
a couple $100.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, because clothing optional, there's a lot of people kind of hanging in line. And the sad thing about it is they usually have those flip tables where because some of those clubs aren't really necessarily set up for
Eating,
seating and proper eating. So those those stacking tables or whatever. So they're kind of a little lower than waist high, some of them. And when you're walking in line and no clothing, and you might get a little more in your dip than you bargained for.
Yeah.
Who ordered the tuna melt?
Yeah, don't go into the
Saying you gotta
peanut bowl.
dip
Ah,
and
come on.
everything. Skip a dip every now and then.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Stay away from the peanut bowl.
You know
at
what?
the beginning of the night.
Everything's good until they hit the hot sauce.
Everything's good until you find the cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Oh.
All
Anyway,
right, Derek. You had to
on
go.
that
All
note,
right. Now we're getting nasty.
So let's
So,
not.
anyways, Red, last time I saw you was around a fire. I have to ask you a question. You still got my grinder?
No.
Okay, my grinder.
Oh, you lost my grinder. Oh, no. And
I didn't know I was. How did you give me responsibility of something? You knew how high I was.
Because you're like, hey, man, I need your grinder for some weed. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I'll leave it here with you on the chair. And I am going to go to bed now.
That does
And
not
then-
sound like a good idea.
Yeah.
No, going to bed early and leaving people up to party? That's a bad idea right
Dude,
there.
that was like freaking 4 o'clock in the morning.
I was the last person at the fire, so
Okay. Hang on one sec here, guys, because we were
Oh.
just. So
What?
Junior has.
Oh.
He's going to
shit,
be in the
sorry to hear.
hospital till September 1st. So
Chances
he'll
are.
see us after that. So
Okay.
all right. Well,
All right. Hope it goes
sorry
well.
to hear that, Junior. We have been following your kind of health updates on Facebook, and
Yep.
you'll get through it, man. Just
Mm.
you gotta just be strong, and we'll be thinking about you.
You got to keep fighting for
definitely-
yourself.
Yeah. So when you're up and able to do it, we'll get you back on the show, and you can tell us about your experience. Or whatever you want to share.
Perfect.
And then Danny, what? Oh yeah. So Danny's saying they had some races out of the front of the restaurant last week. So
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
tires.
I love burnouts are one besides being one. I like watching them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I grew up watching them.
Yep.
Just nothing like a brrr and a whole bunch of smoke, and then you just it's great. Especially
I
at
watched a
48.
really cool one the other day. The guy had a really old Ford Bronco 4-wheel drive with a big block in it, and he was doing 4-wheel drive burnouts.
Cyclones.
And he
Oh,
was
like
just
donuts?
flying. Oh, donuts and just skidding like it was crazy watching all 4 wheels spin.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
So
I did them in a Durango.
Yeah.
We ended up popping a tire and Buddy hit a guardrail, but
Oh.
he was just fucking spinning, and I've never spun around like that. It was crazy because the whole vehicle is just like spinning on its axis, right? Or on an axis.
Yeah.
And man. And then all of a sudden he just popped the tire and he smashed right into a guardrail. His dad paid for it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So Red, I got some questions.
Hi.
Oh, there it is.
So okay, before we get going, so one of our listeners, watchers, was on way back. I think it was one of maybe your first or second appearance. You were doing did some sword swallowing. I think the blockhead thing was at the first episode with you, but so she asked me about your piercings and your sort of little horns up on top, or the implants. So can you give us a tour of the work you've done?
The modifications.
Yeah, the modifications, because I said, well, I don't really know.
You
I
don't
got the
you
horns.
might be asking questions you don't want to know, eh?
Well,
Well,
maybe. I was
I
also
got
the full beard is new.
And then I got the tattoos around the horns because people kept asking me if they were bumps.
Oh,
So it kind of got a little that no, they're meant to be there.
yep.
I have a septum piercing, but I don't wear it when I do a lot of shows because it interferes with the drill.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a tongue ring, which I don't wear because it interferes with the mouse trap.
Yeah.
Uh,
What about
the
when
lip
you're
ring-
dating? Do you wear it then?
I don't date anymore.
Okay, good. Good choice.
Smart man.
Then I've got earrings. Other than that, a bunch of tattoos from literally head to toe.
Okay, so she asked me if you were a vampire, and I said no. I think those are piercings on his lips.
It's a one piercing, yeah.
One,
The
okay.
teeth are just. You too can have this by misspent youth and drugs.
Nice.
Cool. Well, thanks for that. And then the DNR.
Yep.
I think okay. So tell us about that. Does that have to do with your, some of your acts being very very dangerous and
no. This tattoo is older than my son.
Yeah, you got that.
I got this years ago because I don't believe in. I think we can put animals down. Why can't we put people down?
Right.
But
Right.
I have a couple other tattoos that have other meanings. Not all of them are quite as dark. Look, I have some clown ones.
Yep. Oh, those aren't dark, but yeah.
Excuse me.
All right, so on this side, there we go. The clown written down the side of the face. A happy little heart that represents polyamory.
Oh, there you go. Poly swingers.
Couple other fun tattoos.
Yeah. Interesting.
But since you mentioned the blockhead from last time, it bothered me that you only talked about the hammer and nail. So I assume that's all I did.
No, you did the. Oh, maybe you didn't. No, I don't think you did. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh,
so this is a power drill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Oh my god. Oh. So do you do that on your ears? That'll like put a little Q-tip on the end, and I think that would be just very satisfying.
Seems like a good idea, but I don't think the execution works quite that well.
No, especially
something about elbows in your ears or something.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
So do you do that?
People.
Do you do that with the drill to get rid of all your nose hairs?
No, but coincidentally, I do like to get rid of all the nose hairs before I do that because
it might hurt.
So how do you remove your nose hairs?
Let's
the other drill.
I tested it without getting rid of them, but I assume it's not a good thing.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about your furless cat.
Yeah, what's the kitty's name
right now?
Dune.
Hey,
Dune.
Yes, baby.
Do that.
Dune, hey buddy.
You want to say hi? No.
Hey.
Wow.
Bitchy. Just want attention, huh?
Is that like an Egyptian cat?
See, my cat. This one here
Sphinx,
is,
which
like
coincidentally
really
are actually from Canada.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
So I don't know if I've ever told this story before, but when I was younger, I worked at a guinea pig farm. And the guinea pig farm, just outside of Uxbridge, used to have rabbits, and they had all animals. But I was in charge of cleaning and feeding guinea pigs.
Oh,
and
wow.
They are the people who made. Do you remember back in like the late 80s? The big thing was twin cows, right? Every pregnancy they could make a twin.
Yeah.
And then after that, they made the skinny, it was called the skinny pig. So they made guinea pigs hairless. And then from the skinny pig, they went to the cats and rabbit. Well, I think they went to rabbits and then cats.
Wow.
So Derek, let me ask you something. How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 48.
48. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
worked
look
there when I
younger
was
than-
14 to 16.
Yeah. No, you seem like a pretty wise guy, actually. I don't mean in a
Wise guy, eh?
No, but no, you definitely been around the block once or twice. So, and
Yeah, I had to listen to a lot of stuff, and I retained stupid information, like Alan.
Useless
Cross.
information.
Oh, I remember all that shit. Yeah.
So we're
Stupid
gonna
stuff.
go back to Daddy here for a second, because
I'll write Daddy here for a second.
Yeah, I learned something about Daddy Red just a few minutes ago.
What?
I learned that he does not have cat hair on his clothing.
Yes.
Never.
Never.
Yeah. I
Right
do.
on.
Did you know that short-haired cats don't puke?
What?
I didn't know that, but I'm
Not
happy
puke,
about
but
it.
they don't
Makes
spit up fur.
sense.
Yeah, because they don't. When they lick, they don't get big balls, fur balls.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did eat a hair elastic the other day, which I didn't know until after.
Yeah.
After it was consumed. Yeah, my dog eats everything. But so Red, I I noticed on a lot of your posts lately, you've been doing a lot of stuff. And one of them was, oh gosh, and it slips my mind. It was like something strange.
The
Was it
Something
that?
Strange Festival.
Yeah, yeah, and which is amazing. My a really close friend of mine, Joel Pedno, used to do was like a an MC for that tour.
Oh, really? As the
Yeah.
Wolfman?
Um,
I know there was two guys. There was the Wolfman, and then there was another guy.
Yeah, he might have been the other guy. He definitely had the 3-piece suit and the whole.
Yeah,
he also wrote a book on the whole experience. So
oh, really?
yeah,
That'd be interesting
pretty
read.
amazing, but
It was a little
From
before
London?
my time. I've only been there for the last
it would
few
have been
years.
like 15, 20 years ago now. So, but anyway, yeah, tell us more about some of the things you've been up to because there was that event, which I think that's one of the Holy Grail live
That
shows.
is the Holy Grail for sideshow in Canada, definitely.
Yeah.
Like last weekend, I did a show for a specific bike club.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got to do it on a boat, which was I've always wanted to do my stupidity on a boat because it's more dangerous and it sounds funny.
Where was the boat?
So
we're in Toronto.
Yeah, down in Toronto.
Which boat was it? Out of interest.
It was the River Gambler, I think it was called.
Oh, the big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a Louisiana.
I got to start on the bigger boats.
Yeah.
Make my way to a cruise ship.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a sweet gig. Get a regular gig on a cruise ship for a season.
Yeah. Oh, that would be beautiful.
Oh, yeah. That would be
Absolutely.
great. Actually, I have a buddy.
But as a regular thing, I do have an audition on Wednesday for some club that wants to do a circusy act.
Mm-hmm.
So they might have me on a regular basis.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's becoming so mainstream popular now that I think there'll be a big change. People are looking for something. It's not that it's different. It's just widely accepted. There's a lot more exposure now, and
which comes with its good and bad as well. Like for a long time, I was Canada's only sword swallowing clown.
Yep.
I found out that there is another performer who I don't believe has performed yet as a sword swallowing clown, but in Quebec, I haven't gotten to meet them yet. So I'm looking forward to it. And I know another girl that's going on Canada's Got Talent next year. That's a sword swallower that I stayed with for a while, and we discussed a few things on acts and everything.
Well, they approached you as well or something, didn't they?
They did. They invited me last year, and they've invited me again this year to apply. And I'm not a competition kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. My young friend that wants to do it, she loves being on TV, and she's an actress as well. So this is more
the real
something
deal,
for her.
man. I mean, there's no.
I am the only one who does the level that I do, which is again good and bad. I heard you guys talking about me on the Bull, which I am the only one I know that has done that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't. I have a world record I received earlier this year for my elastic band snap with swallowing a sword.
Yep.
I now have upped that twice. So instead of one sword, I now use 3 swords when I do it.
Wow.
And I also believe I'm the only one who jumps off a chair. So I go.
What is that? Explain that to us. What is that? You swallow a sword with the elastic band. What is that?
No problem. What happens is I have an industrial strength elastic band. Let me just go in the bag.
It's like one of those ones you get when you have to work out.
No. It's like one of those ones you get when you need to work in like a factory and shit.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And that one's from a factory. The one my mentor has is from the Army.
Okay.
Which is why his goes a little bit longer. And so I have somebody stretch that out to about, I think my record is somewhere around 8 feet. Like there's a point something, 7 point something, or 8 point something, somewhere around there. And I swallow a sword and they let go of it. I also am the only one who's done that while standing on an electrified box, which means I have electricity running through me at the same time.
Wow.
So I have
Do you feel light in your butt?
No, but I do light it off my hand. Not in that video, but when we did the show live, Phoenix held the light. We did it all separate. We didn't do the elastic band and the light at the show because we just did the light at the show and the elastic band at home because we all knew that machine runs electricity through us.
So where's the elastic band attached to on your end?
Around my waist.
Okay, around your waist. Wow.
So Red,
essentially, I call it the Houdini killer because it's essentially like getting punched in the gut.
Yep.
But while I have a sword in me.
Yes. Wow.
Oh man, that is so crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Red, what's the vision or the end game? Well, I hope it's never an end game, but like, what's the vision? Where do you want to take this all?
I've done it. Now it's just doing things that are on bucket lists. Like I have a planned stunt that's in the works on safety and dealing with people, but I'm gonna get a car to drive over me while I'm swallowing a sword.
Oh my god!
I'll drive.
And another one is I'm gonna have a dog attack my arm while I'm swallowing a sword, but like a police dog.
Yep.
I have a friend who trains Dobermans.
This isn't a Doberman; it's a big ass shepherd.
Oh, I think I know whose sister that is.
They can be pretty aggressive.
Yes, you do.
Yes. Okay.
And we're both doing our own versions of a stunt with it at the same time.
Nice.
Because save on gas.
Yep.
That could go
Yeah,
suicide.
it's expensive. Can I ask you a question, Red? How did this all start? Right? Were you 9 years old and saw something and thought that's what I want to do?
No. I was in my 40s or late 30s, and I'm running low on power, so let me tell this story quick.
Okay.
I was in my late 30s. I was doing drunken videos with a buddy for GSHL TV, which was his old YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I would just try and up it and do something stupider and stupider. And I called up a buddy who was in a traveling sideshow. I asked him how to do the staple gun. And he said, there's no trick to it, dude. You just pick a spot. It's all going to hurt. So he said, but if you're into something like that, learn how to do blockhead and I'll introduce you to a couple of people. So I spent some time, learned how to do blockhead, started checking everything out on YouTube and videos. And then that AMC show was on. So I got a couple of ideas on how to do it. And then I put together an act that involved my guy from GSHL TV and my ex. And we had a show for a little while. It was horrible, but I did a bunch of stunts, and I had no showmanship at the time. I just got up there and literally just did stunt. I was like a college kid looking idiot. And my mentor eventually said, "Look, dude, you don't need me to teach you stunts. You need me to teach you how to fucking do this shit."
Right.
And I apologize. I'm not supposed to cuss so much. And he got me to learn how to perform. Lucky for me, the whole other show kind of broke up. So I had to learn how to perform. And now I'm one of the greatest.
So yeah,
right.
you absolutely are. Like
Oh.
I've seen you do, open for House of Haunt. Great band, by the way.
Yeah.
Just,
Love them.
really good.
I don't know if
but
you
I've
were
seen
fucking
you
around
feature-
earlier.
I've seen
I
you
did see it. And before I do run out of power, Ringo, get in touch with me with that band thing. I'd love to come open for your band. # bring your own clown.
Hey Ringo, we pay him like $500 a night, eh?
Oh, they plus a tip.
Plus a tip.
Okay. All right. Well, the challenge is
But
real.
guys, I hate to leave early, but my phone is literally gonna die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get one swallow out before I leave.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Drop it on the floor.
It's okay. Take your time. Oh my God.
Oh, and he's bending. Oh,
Wow.
that's insane.
All right, guys.
Holy
You have
shit,
a great
buddy.
rest of the show. I'll watch the rest of it tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
Stay well. Stay well, my friend.
And if you want Danny Red, go to the sunflowerfarm.ca. Maybe you want to play there as well Wednesday night if you're not doing nothing.
I got my interview on Wednesday, my audition on Wednesday night.
Ah, bummer. Anyways, next time.
But best of luck to it.
We'll
All right. We'll see ya.
All right, I'll be back when I can, guys.
All the
Take
best.
good
Okay.
care. Take good care,
Take care,
man.
buddy.
All right. Okay.
Woo.
Wow.
Nom,
Wow,
nom, nom,
that
nom.
was great.
Wow.
Oh,
That
wow.
was
You
awesome.
sound all right at the end there. I was a bit worried at the end there.
Do you know what though? Like I've seen him open for House of Haunt, and he does a great job. He's like
Yeah.
like almost like the ringmaster, and
Mhm.
he, pulls it
MC.
off. And then of course when they're in between sets, he'll come out and do some more.
Yeah.
And it's all about entertainment.
Yeah, we were there that night. It was a great show.
House of Haunt has
Derek,
really good
the band was awesome too.
no House of Haunt has an
Thanks, Hike. At least you
got-
got my back, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have all of your songs on my stick, and it's in my Beamer
Yes.
24/7. So
There you go, buddy.
I could almost sing some of the lyrics, but I love
I
it.
couldn't.
It's great.
The thing about Red, I tell you, remember the last time we never actually got to talk about this, was like he was telling about people saying, "I'll give you $50 to do whatever," like to do something crazy. And I go, "Man, you're going to charge at least 4 times that." You know what I mean? Like $50 to do that kind of stuff as a challenge from somebody from the audience.
Yeah,
So I hope he's upped his prices with
If
price of
somebody's
gas and
real
everything.
though with the money, and you want the money, you're
Yeah.
gonna take it.
Yeah, I know, but he even admitted then that he wasn't very good at
Yeah.
dealing with money, right? But he's got to.
No.
For what he's doing, he should be making a fair bit of coin.
Well,
in my
you
opinion.
think, but it's like anything else, like musicians and bands and.
But he's
even
really
DJs.
unique, right? He's not like there's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
honestly, he makes more than bands.
Yeah, I would hope so.
No, you know what? He's the perfect. Like even if you're doing like an industrial, like a trade show, it's perfect for
Yep.
stuff like that, right?
Do you want to know who surprised me? I talked to a magician once, right? We were playing at the same event, and he's like talking prices, right?
Yeah.
And he figured that he was getting paid the same as bands.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, even if we were getting paid the same price as you, that's one person. Maybe have an assistant, right? Which he did.
Yeah.
Which ended up being a family member.
Mm.
But I'm like, okay, so say even if we got paid as much as you, we got to split it between 4 guys.
That's right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Or like most bands, you split it between the band and then another percent, like another person, put away for the band, right? See, for buying merch and shit.
We went to a couple of beer gardens in Niagara Falls, and they had these like acoustic performers, just single acts, right? So we ended up watching 2 of them, but they were amazing. But what they did is they just put out a tip jar on a bar stool.
Yep.
And this, I dig this, right? Because it's like the people who whine about pay to play, you can suck it, okay? Because you're probably not good enough anyway. But so quit whining about it. Put a good show together, and I think the real test is put a tip jar out. Tell the bar, I'm not going to charge anything, right? But you let me put a tip jar out. And I can almost guarantee if you're a great band, you're going to make far more than your $500 a night or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I know there's probably musicians out there thinking I'm an asshole for saying that or pretty arrogant.
No.
And I did because I've done it for fucking since Christ was a cowboy. I fucking done this for years. What I've learned is, musicians who go out and say, well, I can pull this off, or we could be able to pull this off. It's a job, all right? You go out and treat it like a job. Have fun and all that. But play to what your crowd's going to want to hear, not what you selfishly want to hear. Because then you're going to end up being playing for a bunch of sausages out there because you're playing all these it's a pretty simple formula. Play songs people can maybe dance to if you're a cover band. If you're not a cover band, you play what you play. People will buy tickets and come and see you.
That's right. Well, I've always worked on that philosophy. I mean, it even happened to me last week when I was up in Bob Cajun. A guy came to me when we're getting near the end of the night. He said, I can't believe you're a DJ that plays every request I ask for. I said, well, why wouldn't I? There's no more, if you're not there asking, there's no reason for me being here, right? That's the whole point. And the other thing I always remember about tip jars was a bar that I worked at for years and years and years. And Rebecca, one of the barmaids there, she said, George, you should have a tip jar, right? I went, why? Why do I, as a DJ, need a tip jar? She goes, because, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I know how much money I'm going to go home with at the end of the night.
Yep.
You don't, right? So I don't, if they're going to tip anybody, I should be tipping you. And she goes, oh, never thought of that. I said, yeah.
It's the DJing is different. I mean, it's not like, you're flipping.
No, it's not that it's different. You have a crowd in front of you. Like this is what just happened on Saturday, Derek, when Timmy played for us all.
Yeah, sorry, my cat's leaning on my headphones.
That's okay. He's getting paid to come out and play.
Yep.
But if you play very well, if you DJ very well, and the whole crowd is into what you're playing, DJ wise or live or whatever, that's when the tip jar. Like we had a big cowboy hat. You know what? That thing was filled full of bills. There was 50s in there. Because
to me, it's like
everything he played was great. He did a lot of blues, and after every song, people were clapping. Like it was like, holy shit, this guy's awesome. So you play well, you're going to get paid well. If you're just like Ringo says, the schmucks out there that want to get paid for whatever, the tip jar is not going to work.
No. But I mean, to me, it's like I don't need a tip jar. If I'm doing a good job, I don't need a tip jar. Be it a bar, be it a private, be it corporate, whatever. You know what I want? Someone go, have you got a card? I go, yeah, sure. And they give you a card. That's all I want. I know what I'm getting that night. I don't need any extra. I'm going home. I already know. But give that card to somebody who needs a DJ. That's my tip. That's great. That is
and the same could be said for bands, but I think if a band was playing in a either had a small sound system on their own or used the house system, then it's really about your play, your talent and your entertainment value, right? So all I'm saying is that I feel bands limit themselves to a bar that's only going to pay them $400 or $500 for a 4 or 5 piece band. Because if you're really good, let the crowd finance that. Guaranteed they are going to throw, like we're watching like single people playing, guitar and singing, making, I guarantee there was like probably $600 or more in the tip jar, because it was a clear big cookie jar and you could see everything that went in, and there's some big bills in there. So all I'm saying is put your money where your mouth is, right? And if you got a product and you present it well, then people will step up. And it's like, if you sort of gauge that when you watch a band these days. Like a lot of bands, especially cover bands, will invite their friends, and their friends will stay for the first set, and then they leave, right? Because they got other things to get on with, and they're doing it out of loyalty to their friends.
Yeah.
I played shows in concerts that no, it's funny because some of the bands who think they're great don't even want to be the main act anymore, right? Like, I mean, they'll put on a show, but they'll sort of draw straws as to who goes on first and goes on last. I've seen guys who love to headline, but they know that maybe the other bands brought the crowd in, right? So
that's not just little bands, because the last time I went out to Ottawa to see Volbeat play, and they did that. They were flipping back and forth to who was the headliner, because they're just putting on a great show.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. I personally find for people to notice you, if you play second last, right? Most shows are 3 bands, right? You get more than that, it becomes a fucking I don't know,
shit show.
So if you play in the center, you're getting the people who are left over from the first show and people showing up for the second show, or for the last band, plus your people. So that's ultimate time to play. Right? I have no problem. If somebody just, because some people have an ego and they want to like say, I'm the headliner, go ahead, bud. Put your name last. I will play before you, guaranteed. And then I'm going to play my ass off.
Well, you know what? It was funny
you do
because that band, what the hell were they called? Revmatic. So we did a show in Kingston with Anvil, or I think it was Anvil. And anyway, I won't get into a long thing, but at the last minute, they were begging to be they wanted to be direct support for Anvil, right? And I said, well, this wasn't the deal. Plus, the tickets we gave them, they didn't even sell much at all. So
right.
But yeah, like Derek said, everybody either wants to be the headliner or they want to be the direct support. And I know my drummer Brian for MCM. I mean, he said many times, "Hey guys, like if we can be on first and sit there and enjoy the other bands, I prefer doing that, right?" But so I think what proved that theory though is this tour with Motley Crue and Def Leppard. They've been like, the whole tour, stadium tour, is not packing stadiums, unfortunately, and what they've been doing is flip-flopping the headline. So Def Leppard will be headlining one night, and then Motley Crue the other night. So I think that's
Def Leppard, hello. Actually, I've been doing that for a long time. They've done tours with Brian Adams even. And they'll like alternate depending where they are. Brian Adams would open, and they've done that for like about 5 or 6 tours now. Which is a good idea, right? It's a great idea.
I don't think so. I think it's stupid. I think
geographically, if you're doing better on the West Coast, why wouldn't you want to play?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, like if I go to see a headliner band and they're booking, I mean, the only benefit is I get to see them earlier and walk out after they're done, right? So so like Def Leppard, they're good. I think they're overproduced, but they're good. But if Motley Crue was up before Def Leppard, I'd have left. Just wouldn't happen.
I remember I was playing some Def Leppard, and one of the regulars at the bar a few years ago go, "Oh God, take this stripper band off, will you?" But yeah, it's all down to personal taste, right? I think Def Leppard put on a great show. They don't get too heavy, And I mean, I've heard them called the disco band when they brought out slang, and I didn't even like them before then. I thought they were just this hair band, And I listened to slang, and I thought it was a great album. I thought this is terrific, and they got absolutely hammered by their fans. Right? Said, what are you doing? This is crap. And I remember Joe Elliott in an interview, or one of them said, like, how come you two can go from the Joshua Tree to Zooropa, and the fans love it, and we try something different. It's like, stop that crap, So
I have to say, this tour with Motley Crue, if you had to draw a headliner out of that soiree of bands, I would have picked Poison, because Poison worked their ass off.
Yeah, I've seen Poison at Kingswood. Yeah,
they work their ass off. They're in good physical condition, because I mean, I'd see little bits from the Motley Crue stuff, and I'm a big Nikki Sixx fan, but Vince, he's definitely older, but he looks so tired, right?
Well, I heard in Toronto, a lot of people said he was off key and all that. Right? He got a lot of bit of flack for his singing when he was in Toronto.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody's getting younger, but
absolutely not. No, I mean, I Joe Elliott, to me, he's not as good as he was 20 years, 30 years, 40 years.
Yeah, but Joe doesn't. He's got a good regimen now. Again, him and even
Savage,
even Poison. These guys aren't getting wasted on this tour. Vince looked like he was tired. He had the bags under his eyes. He's got clearly a little too much weight to be running around stage like he has to. And I can tell you, singing sucks in a lot of ways, because you're not carrying a guitar, but sometimes it's great to be carrying a guitar, because you can move around on stage, but once you start you got to manage your breathing and everything when you're a singer. And then all the activity. And if you go too crazy on a song, you're going to burn yourself out for the next two.
That's right. You can do it when you're young, but when you're getting up there, it's even
when I was in my probably my late 20s and I was touring a lot. We would do there was one band I was with. We did in 52 weeks. We probably played 50. And what I found early on in that tour, we were experimenting with a lot of drinking and stuff, and that didn't work out well. And I blew my voice one weekend, and it was kind of really tough to get through that weekend. So then a more experienced road singer said, "You know what? You gotta go to bed earlier than the rest of the band." By midnight at least, and sleep in and get, do everything. Vitamin C, keep your drink a lot, water down your drinks, or just, stick to water, right?
Honey and lemon.
I did that. It made a world of difference, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's funny.
Group sex, you got to keep your stamina.
Yeah.
I still remember way back, you guys are talking about the main band, like the feature band, and then their next support, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever remember this, but it was in Maple Leaf Gardens. I saw Rose Tattoo, Nazareth, and Aerosmith.
Nice.
Never even heard of Rose Tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Rose Tattoo is a pretty decent band. They were good
back in the day.
It was back in the early 80s. Yeah.
Yes.
70s,
and then 80s.
Was it 80s? Okay.
Yeah, early 80s. And early then 80s, Nazareth came on the stage.
Yeah.
And
Nazareth.
they blew the roof off the building. They are one of the best bands to see live. They just absolutely, their energy is crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then Aerosmith came on, and they had all their amps overcranked, and it sounded like absolute fucking shit. It was
Yeah.
garbage
Yeah.
for a big
Yeah.
band like that.
Yeah.
And Aerosmith actually got booed off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nazareth to me is one of the best concerts I ever saw. I've seen them a few times,
yeah,
but the first time I saw them, they were just in the ascendancy in the UK, and they were playing at my hometown at the Free Trade Hall in city centre Manchester.
Yeah.
And I bought a ticket like the day before, and it's like it's a place that started off where you'd get orchestras playing. You know, it's like that kind of place. You know, a bit like trying to think where you'd have here in Toronto,
like
similar,
a band shell kind of thing.
No, a theatre, but it was like more for like orchestras, like the Halley Orchestra used to play there.
All right.
And over the years, it became like rock bands started playing it. It wasn't huge, it wasn't massive. It was like a typical kind of size. And it was, what night was it? I think it was a Monday night in October 1973. I've still got the ticket. Right?
Right on.
And it's one of those places that has, you know, the stalls, as you call them, floor level. They've got the circle, and then they have the balcony, which is almost like a 90-degree, like you're almost like looking down like that.
Yeah.
And in the balcony, I mean, it cost me like 50 pence to go and see him. And it was like, which was like at the time would be, I don't know, $1 maybe.
So I'll get some more details on this, but you mentioned we're almost at the end of the show, but Heiko, you were talking about support bands. So the Terry Code is his band Tears of a Deity is opening for Anvil. So they're direct support, and then they've got some other band starting the show. So that's at the Edge in September. The date escapes me at the moment, but we'll get some details, and I'm going to try and free up that and get down there if I can. But that is coming up, and then what else is going on?
Maybe the Heikadelic show will have to go down there.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, it's bound to be a bit of a sellout because Anvil's played there a few times and they've done really well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a huge club, but it's it's popular. It's I think if we got down there, it would be too, like, just the crowd level is pretty noisy. But anyway, it's good that some of these guys are out playing, and of course Terry's band is good original stuff. So Derek, is your cover band? Are you guys,
is when they are.
Which is it? September
8th. Ajax.
Okay, so that's right around the corner.
Yep. 3 weeks.
So I'm not sure. I think you can get the tickets on Ticket Scene.
What club are they playing at?
The Edge.
Oh, the Edge. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly where you can get tickets, but the best place to get tickets, from what I know, is always from the band. So I would go directly to Terry Code from Tears of Anxiety, who used to be on this show right here where I'm fucking sitting.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's not.
So
buy tickets.
I'll reach out to him this week, and I'll see if we can figure something out. As far as maybe there's like an email or something they've got set up for that. But you're right. I think
Ticket Scene
said something about the hard ticket. What's that?
Ticketscene.ca.
Yeah. So I haven't got my ticket through there yet. Like, I was just going to get them off of Terry, but he had mentioned that there were no hard tickets left, but
so he's out. Okay.
So maybe, I know with Ticket Scene, sometimes what they'll do is when you're buying your ticket, it'll ask you what band you're supporting.
Right.
Or coming to see, and you can tag it there. Now, I don't know if the band gets, paid on that. And typically, if you're doing support for a band, you're given a group of tickets, and that's how you get paid, right? You sell those. But anyway, so Sandra said she loves the Edge. So maybe Sandra will, as we get closer, we'll confirm, and we'll maybe see you guys down there. So
cool. So back to George. George, you're just about to say you're on the balcony on the mezzanine,
I'm
looking like
done.
fucking
I've
straight
forgotten it. I've
down.
forgotten it now. No, I've lost my flow. Sorry.
You've lost your flow.
I was starting to get into that. Anyway.
So, something else interesting, real quick.
Okay.
So, some friends of mine from Northern Ontario last week started posting these pictures that they were taking up in the sky of a long bar of lights.
I saw that this weekend.
Yeah. So, I had about 6 or 7 different friends, like people I know very well, that took pictures. And one of my buddies, Brent, and him and I used to play in a band together. Great guy. He likes to sit out on his deck at night, and he took pictures, and he goes, please, somebody else confirm this, so I don't know I'm going nuts, But it was it looked like a train in the sky.
Yes.
With lights, right?
Yes. So I found out what it was.
Yeah, I did.
What was it?
It's Starlink's satellite launch. So what happens is
it's like 10,000 satellites working together.
Yeah,
going across the sky.
Yeah. So what happens is they're right now, if I'm not mistaken, by now, Starlink would have about a 360 wrap around the Earth, right? And somehow I guess they can take an array. So this was actually, I found that out, Derek. I went and surfed it on the web, and I found out, I think it was CTV News last year, did a little discovery on it, and they actually called to confirm, and with NASA, and NASA confirmed that, that the timing's about right. So the picture that I pulled off of there was identical to the ones that people were taking up north, but
it's just a long stream in the.
Yep.
It looks like. I was saying it was like Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like there was something going down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it kind of looked like gunfire, like just a stream up like tracers, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But and then once you start at it, you're like, oh, wait a second, that's all singular dots, and it's all these satellites working together.
Yep.
And he wants to encompass the world with them.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. Oh, I've got it here, guys. Here, we'll see real quick, or show it.
So, Sandra, if you love The Edge, go down and see Terry's show on September the 8th and look for us because we just might be there.
We might.
Sandra, isn't The Edge like a quite distance for you? Yes, that's exactly what I saw right there.
Yeah. So they call it the.
Or like the second bottom one there.
Open up one of those shots. Look at that. All little.
I think the closest one here was, all of these are pretty consistent.
Yeah, because I was having a fire. I lit a fire on Saturday. It's still burning.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, had some like big, like 3 foot diameter trees I was burning.
Must have been a big fire.
It was good size.
I think we all need to get together for a fire.
Sure. Come on over. I got more wood to burn.
All right. I'll bring the corn.
All right. You got your mailbox fixed. So
we'll have a corn roast.
All right. I'll have to get a pot over my fire.
You have one?
No. Well, we can get one.
Yeah.
All right.
You can even rent that shit nowadays, man.
So, George, these swinger clubs that you performed at, do you have any pictures you can bring?
No, it's the days before cell phones.
Oh, I know. I see. That's a good point. I'd feel uncomfortable going to one of those nowadays. Well, everybody has, how many creeps are in there taking pictures, right?
Oh, everybody.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, speaking of creeps, it's creeping up past 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Is it past your bedtime, buddy?
It is. It is.
And our unfortunately,
show season.
Yeah. What's show season?
Food shows.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
For like all the like Cisco and stuff like that, all the big.
Well, any last shit you guys want to talk about?
Not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I do. Wednesday 13, I'm opening for him October. Buy tickets.
Who are you?
Wednesday, September.
13. No. the band's called Wednesday 13.
Oh, well, what's the day?
It's October 8th.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I got a lot of October dates. I'm just trying to remember which one he was.
Well, of course, Halloween.
So Wednesday 13 was the singer of a band called the Murder Dolls, which was Joey Jorgensen's band before he passed away. The band that the drummer from Slipknot started after he got kicked out of Slipknot.
Yeah.
And
is this the trailer I've seen before for your band?
So yeah, those Halloween haunt guys are really something, aren't they? I like the video, and they're kind of scary. But I hope to see them again, maybe live next time. But I am going to check out their socials and look them up on Facebook for sure. And I'm going to like them because I like them. See you next time.
holy crap! Did you just read what Richard just wrote here?
Yeah,
no, it came up, disappeared.
Yeah,
Put it up.
Yeah.
So, well, okay. So China used to have that for years. You could only have one child, right?
Yeah,
So,
the moratorium on children. Yes.
Yeah. So now that's lifted, right? But they did it too late. So now all their workforce is retiring, and they don't have a workforce anymore.
That's right.
Yep. Karma.
Amazing, eh?
Well,
Karma.
now China's going to be in trouble, right? Because they don't have people to make stuff, so prices are going to go back up there. And if we keep on printing money here and not having anything, our prices are going to keep on going up.
Well, prices always
yes, but see, that's why China is also being best friends with Russia.
Well, yeah, but are they going to be if they're not helpful?
For their economy as well? Yes.
Yeah. Here we go again. Prices are going up. Okay.
Well, I don't think.
On a side note, last week was, I think, 53 years anniversary of Woodstock. So, Derek, I think you might be interested in this. That was my era. But what interested me was a couple of people that I know mentioned a thing on Netflix, which I have, but I rarely watch. But I actually made the effort to go and check this out. And it's the Woodstock 99, and it's called Trainwreck. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know all my buddies were there. And
it's crazy.
Money, it was it was shitty. Like,
it's awful. Shitty. It's unbelievable. I remember at the time it happening, just hearing bits on the news.
It wasn't the Love Fest. It was a lot of rioting and
break shit,
burning cars and fires.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
No, like hundreds of women raped. It was bad.
Yeah, it was absolutely dreadful.
Oh,
wow.
While we're talking about Netflix, there's a great series on there called Victoria's Secret. And what's amazing is that so the founder of Victoria's Secret sold it off to what was his name, Waxman, and so he's a billionaire, right? And great marketer. So he brought Victoria's Secret. It just exploded when he had it. But all of the it had a lot of celebrities around it and everything, but he got in with Weinstein, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so I don't know if any of you guys saw that series on Netflix, but that was pretty wild. And obviously, at the end of it, he committed suicide in prison. So they say. But he had, hooked in, I guess, to manipulate some of the, celebrities and a lot of the, I guess, billionaires and everything who kind of got wrapped up with him. But So at one point, he had the ability to, I guess, manage or manipulate Victoria's Secret money, right?
Okay.
And so I won't spoil it, but it's definitely worth a watch because it's almost like continuing that whole other series about him. And what I found disturbing about it was Victoria's Secret had a brand called Pink, and yeah, so there were a lot of those snakes behind that brand. And when you look at it, yeah.
Does it go into any detail on how Victoria's Secret finds all these ugly anorexic chicks to
Yeah,
show
it
off
does
their-
actually. No,
Oh my God!
No, it's a fascinating series.
It's
a
disgusting.
Short series. It's a short series. I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes. It's not long, but it's fascinating because they get right into it. They get into socially how they sort of brainwashed imaging in terms of, hey, this is what you should look like. In fact, the launch of Pink was all of these. That target was teens and tweens. And there'd be like these adult models on the runway wearing like, provocative outfits, we'll say. And I remember seeing that way back. And I was like, I have a daughter and around that time, she would have been a prime target. But I was like, I'm like, no, not going near that store because they used to have Victoria's Secret and Pink right next to it. Right. Or like a big kiosk within the store. But I just, I was like, oh, I was weirded out, and rightly so. Now it's all kind of come out who was behind all of that, and it's terrible. So if you look at, I watched the last episode today, and I went on to look at, financially how they're doing, and it's taking a nosedive, right? Financially. So, yeah, again, it's definitely a good watch. So yeah, Hike, we should probably wrap.
Okay. All right. Everybody else good?
We're good.
Wiki.
I guess so.
George, if you play Swingers Club, put me
I
on
don't
your
play.
list.
No, I do not play.
Yeah.
Please do not label me with playing Swingers
The
Club.
Swingers Club's like what?
But
guys
listen,
to
It was
come?
just,
George.
it was a few gigs amongst thousands. Let's put it that way.
If my band was asked to play a Swingers Club, I'd be all about it.
Listen, I've been playing for 52
Ringo really
years,
wants
mate.
to go.
There's been a lot of gigs.
I'm
There's
just
been
putting
a
it
lot
out
of
there.
gigs.
I can lift the speaker, even though my shoulder's broken.
Yeah.
Ringo wants to be there.
It's funny you should say that because, like, after lockdown, closed down, and all the rest of it, back in when it kind of lifted April-ish, I mean, it was like starting to lift, and I went out and did some gigs. Man, I hurt hauling the gear around, right, and standing for like 5 or 6 hours. I was like, I can really feel it the next day. But like this last stretch of gigs that I've done about 5 weekends when I've been, out somewhere. And, and I've actually feel like I'm getting back into the groove. I'm actually not
good
hurting the next day. So if you want, if our George to come and play the soundtrack to your event, I'm back.
There's the man right there.
There you go. Check out my Facebook page, DJ George Andrew, and I'll come and take the risks with the discs.
Yeah, I was thinking of coming out to see one of your outdoor thingies there.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. The weekend it was crazy because it was in Toronto. It was so mixed. It was so like
good.
It's brilliant. It's just brilliant.
Yeah,
it's great.
Well, you do a great job with it, George. I mean, you're truly a professional, and I think any new DJs out there that are looking to build career around it, I mean, you're a good example of that. Right?
Well, it's like I'm not technical. I mean, the thing is, I've got all this new gear, and there's all these flashing buttons on my mixer and my controller, and it's got like echo and like echo depth and all that. And I'm going,
that's stuff you just have to play with. You have the experience, you have the tunes.
You get the personality.
I mean, I was playing on Saturday. We started up. It was like kids there and everything, and I was playing like early. I mean, no one's really bothered.
And the technology part, it'd be like replacing Derek with a drum machine. I mean, you can do it.
Yeah.
but why, right?
Yeah. Well, it happened actually. I'm playing there, and I'm playing like Long Time by Arrow, which is like a Caribbean thing.
Now I have to tell you a joke.
You can't replace a singer with a singing machine.
What's the difference in between a drummer and a drum machine?
Oh, go on.
What?
A drummer or a drum machine can keep time and won't steal your girlfriend.
Nice.
What does DJ stand for? What does DJ stand for?
Anyway.
What does DJ stand for? What does DJ stand for?
The girls, so it's kind of a moot point.
Like, really? What does DJ stand for?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like
what
this jockey.
About 4 hours, 5 hours.
Ah! Wow.
Actually, I can do better than that. Hang on, even at this late hour, I think I can do better than that. Hang on.
Those are tired jokes. People are getting tired.
That's all, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much. All right. So I want to throw it out there one more time. The Sunflower Farm in Beaverton is having an open mic this Wednesday night from 2 till sunset. If you're interested, you want to sing, you want to play, anything like that, you want to be part of it, it's a fundraiser for the Ukraine. Please go to the website, thesunflowerfarm.ca, and find Ursula, give her a call, and get a time slot. I'm going to be out there. I'd love to see you. And the new Sunflower Farm will be opening in Lindsay. Again, go to the website to find a location, August 30th to September 12th, and take some great pictures and have a good time. I also want to thank our friends that were on the show with us tonight. Number one, again, Melanie, of course. She's always there, right? Even before the show starts, she's got her name up on the screen.
Yeah.
And Sandra and Danny. And we're going to be talking with Danny real soon about having the hamburger eating contest down at Country Stop Burgers in Ballantree. Check it out if you're hungry. And then we have Richard, Keisha, Junior, Tams, and Deborah. And we also have to thank our guest tonight, Daddy Red. So if you enjoyed the show, I'm sure you guys will come back here next Monday night and join us again, because we will be right here Monday night at 9:30 on the Heikadelic Show. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you then.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic Show family.
You better subscribe to Pine Tree Line Outdoors, and here's why. Have a look. It's been an incredible time. Aubrey Falls. Why are we here? What is this abomination behind us? Okay.
So, hey, if you're a band out there and you want to get your stuff played on the Heikadelic show, reach out to us. You know how. But, yeah, we can play a track. Maybe get you on the show some night if you're that good. But doesn't matter, actually, if your stuff's not that good, but you're funny. We'll take you. But, yeah, let's get it going, all right? Because we're putting this opportunity out there for a limited time only.